Welcome back to another episode of Truth Disorder. My name's Ernest Riquez, one of your hosts. I'm here with
G-Man the C-Man.
G-Man the C-Man. And you're watching...
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. You're G-Man the C-Man. You're watching the Truth Disorder podcast where we bring you nothing but the truth.
Nothing but it.
Nothing but the truth.
Yeah.
100% solid facts spit straight from the mouth over here.
You want to know what's 100% solid fact? G-Man the C-Man was my PlayStation 2 gamer tag.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
PS2, bro.
PS2.
Those are the days.
Those were the golden days.
The golden days. You remember like the first Call of Duty that came out on like PS2?
I wasn't an FPS guy. Yeah, I didn't get into Call of Duty probably until like the Series X.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was a huge Call of Duty fan for like when it first came out. Like I enjoyed the crap out of it.
Yeah.
And then all the first-person shooters. But, I mean, I go back to, like, Doom.
Doom?
Doom.
You're old, bro.
I'm old. I remember getting on the Apple when it wasn't just a black and white logo. Remember when it was the...
It was a floppy disk?
It was a
like the
floppy
5
disk.
whatever.
Yeah. You would put that
Play
floppy
some Oregon
disk.
Trail in the library.
How do you know about that, dude?
Bro, I played some Oregon Trail at Catholic school. That was something else.
I think I still hold, like, the high score for Oregon Trail.
Everybody holds a high score in Oregon Trail.
Dude, that was, like, one of the first, games that I think I played, other than Snake.
Snake. Big Snake Nokia.
Nokia.
You almost said Snokia.
Snokia.
Yeah.
You got that Snokia.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, that thing was like a brick. It was like the size of this water bottle right here.
Do you remember when the BlackBerry came out? I think shortly before that what was that one that you just like
the Razor, like the flip phone.
Yeah. Like the keyboard would flip up.
Yeah.
Yeah, those.
I think that was the Razor.
Yeah. No, the Razor would flip up, but they didn't have like a keyboard underneath.
Yeah.
Anyways.
It was one of those.
Yeah.
So we went through the dinosaur days of the cell phone.
Really did.
I remember being able to threaten people, be like, you know what, you act up, I'm gonna give you some chingazos with this Nokia over here.
Yeah. My mom would be like, get off the internet, I'm trying to use the phone.
And then they had so the first cell phone was the one that you would carry around in the satchel, right? Like you had this throw over satchel that you would carry around.
I just saw that in the movies.
Just throw out this long antenna.
Mm-hmm.
We'll keep it PG, but you threw out this long antenna and you'd be able to call people.
Mm-hmm.
And then it went into my first phone was the Nokia that had Snake on it.
Mine was too.
And you thought, I mean, the generation nowadays thinks they have it bad because my touch screen's not working, it's broken. They ought to try punching a key that's like 1/8 of an inch big.
What is it, T9?
It was T9.
Were you T9 or?
I was T9. I was a T9er. So it was 33333 to get, or 333 to get F.
Yeah. Yeah, I was T9er. I got so good at T9 I could get a haircut and just like text underneath the blouse. What a nerd.
You're super nerd.
I was just bound to be a nerd.
We're bound to be nerds, Gary.
Yeah,
that's why you're with New Home Buddy.
Yeah, that's why I'm with New Home Buddy. It's taken off. So if you guys are missing out, don't be late adopters. We're actually moving into Austin by next month.
Yeah.
Actually, we have builders that are just like, hey, you guys are killing new construction for us. Thank you. Here's a blank check.
Yeah. I think it's cool how they display like the commission rates and stuff like that the builders are paying.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on, so the House GOP just got the no tax on tips bill passed.
Oh, really? What's the next step?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I don't pay that much attention and know that much about the government. I think it's a huge win for
It's a step.
people who work in like the food industry. And I mean, here in Texas, a lot of people don't realize, but here in Texas, the minimum wage for, I think, the restaurant industry workers is still like $2.75. It's very, very low.
It's like $2.15.
Is it $2.15?
Yeah. Hey, before we continue, can we give a massive shout out to Dom?
Dom
in the backdrop, bro, just bringing us to a pro level as far as podcasting. This is our first week, guys, with Dom back here. He's mixing and matching and bringing the magic. You know, this is about to be some quality stuff.
Oh, it's gonna be fire.
Yeah,
straight fire. We went from like being just those average
peons,
Joes.
bro.
You know what? We're gonna get some shirts that say "average podcaster."
That's not catchy at all.
And then we're Maybe we'll get some average Joe shirts then.
Yeah,
we'll just take that. We went from like down here.
Let's wear schmedium though, so it shows our
to up here.
our married man boobs.
Our medium. Well, and that's why I went Grizzly Adams here, man. I put on a little weight.
You put on a little chunka. You got a little fupita.
I just told you I told you Chick-fil-A was like, oh, you got to get that spicy chicken sandwich with them waffle fries. Get that extra large Dr. Pepper.
My mom, she fat shames me still to this day. She literally still fat shames me. But then she's like, "You're getting skinny," and she'll call, and my kids, like my 4-year-old, she'll call, "Is that Api?" Because we call it Api, short for Abuelita, and she'll call, and I put her on speaker, and then my mom's like, "Hey," and I'm going to my daughter, she interrupts her, says, "You going to Palenque?" Like, "Yeah, what do you guys want?" And my daughter, "I want 6 pirata tacos." And she'll bring it. And like 5 flans. Don't get me started with the flan. I've eaten flan at like 1:30 in the morning. Like, I'm gonna go get some water, and then I come back with 2 flans.
You know what's funny is, like, as when you were younger, like, you could go eat whatever you want because your metabolism works so well, and you were just so active. I remember growing up, so I played soccer for 23 years, and I got really competitive, made it pretty high up in the soccer world. And
now you're a competitive eater.
Now I'm a competitive eater, dude. But I remember being able to go run like 5 to 6 miles, do like my trainings throughout my days. Then you had your games on your weekends. And after a game, we would go downtown Austin on 6th Street, and there was this little pizzeria down there.
I know that pizzeria. I just went there last month, or like 2 months ago.
Dude, large pizza, por favor.
Easy.
And you devoured it. And you
just gobble that shit.
You didn't gain a pound.
Nope.
Now it's like, dude, I drive by Whataburger and I gain 5 pounds.
I ate a tortilla yesterday.
Yeah.
And I gained a pound.
It's because you ate 4 of them.
I did with the chips. Did you hold on? Let me change your world. Did you know that 4 chips equals 1 whole tortilla? What?
No way.
What?
What?
Do the math.
And you eat half the bag.
Straight up.
I just did for lunch.
Bro, you just ate what? Like 8 tortillas.
Yeah.
Fried. It's crazy. Sorry for ruining chips for you, Brett.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm still going to eat my chips and salsa.
I'm going to eat my chips too.
You didn't ruin for me. But it's funny.
Give me a good salsa.
It's funny that you say that because, like, as a parent, right? Like, you're like, I can't wait till you fall asleep. Like, I can't wait till the kid falls asleep. And then it's like that midnight run to Las Palapas, dude, because it's like right around the corner. I'll take 4 bean and cheese, 3 bacon and egg.
With cheese.
You
better not say bacon egg without bacon, egg, and cheese.
I'll take a large chips and queso and give me a salsa on the side. And then you get home and you hang out with your wife and you sit there and watch movies till like 2 o'clock in the morning, just like, and I'm bad. I'm bad because we turned our loft into a movie room. We have like a 96-inch flat screen TV.
Dude, nice little flex.
It's that real estate money, bro. Anybody want to get in real estate? You get that 96.
If you're smart, you get a projector, but I ain't saying nothing.
We have a projector too, but that's for outside, bro. We got that outside projector.
Chale.
No,
okay, no mames.
No mames way.
All right, go ahead.
But we went to Lazy Boy and got one of those real recliner furniture, recliner sofas for the movie rooms, and it's got like the outlets and the popcorn holders and everything like that. And it's so crazy because you'll sit there and you'll just be like, oh. And we're like, dude, we're on our 3rd movie tonight. Like, what the hell? Are we ever going to run out of chips and salsa or chips and cake? But
not in San Antonio.
Not in San Antonio.
This is actually how I open when I'm speaking in groups, because like I literally did a big presentation for a brokerage here right in Stone Oak, actually down the street, and that was a big one. And I was super nervous because it was my first week on the job, and I bombed.
Oh,
I bombed.
You choked.
I didn't really know the product as well as I should have. It wasn't scripted well. So my mentor in this is like, hey man, I'll give you a B-. And I was like, oh, that's generous. All right. So I'm like going back to the lab. I'm like reading on how to be a better presenter, and just trying to get better at this, because obviously the crowds are going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. You just have to be engaging. So I tried a new bit, at my next training that I did. And I'll just give you the first bit of it, right? I said, because, obviously New Home Buddy's supposed to save agents time
Right.
when it comes to finding new construction, right? And so I said, when I was stationed in the military, I got deployed and I left San Antonio, and I miss San Antonio so much. But you know what I found out is the most valuable thing in the universe. And I let people, bask, sit in it, and I get like money, gratitude, time. And when someone finally says time, I'm like, all good answers. But no, it's homemade tortillas. And that usually gets, it gets them going, warmed up.
Yeah.
But yeah, the answer is time, right? So that's a good segue to like lead into the time portion of it. And yeah, man, it just kind of goes into, because I know a product, I'm very technical.
Right.
But people get bored with technical, man. Like people want that, pizzazz,
Yeah.
They
They want that sizzle.
I want to love you. It's like, I could sell you the crappiest product in the world. If I like you, I'm going to buy it.
It's funny you say that because I worked in the real estate software tech world for years, and I did a lot of public speaking events. And one of the things that I found, and this is why I was really good and why the company sought after me, was because I had the experience and could relate my actual market experience into real life scenarios, right? So it no longer went from a tech guy standing up there trying to spit out like how this was going to help an agent build their business to me being able to say, hey, Gary, I know you have trouble farming. Like you have, like I guarantee you're sending out postcards.
Did farming training for 2 years.
You're probably learning, you're probably using a system like Remime or something like that. But what if I was to tell you there's a better way that could help you shift your focus and start helping you realize and focus on those money-making activities versus having to figure out what I'm going to put on a postcard? Who am I going to send this to? How am I going to find my audience? Like,
bro, talking about postcards literally makes me want to drink a beer.
I don't blame you. But what if you could completely automate it? Hold on. I'm going to go Grizzly Adams.
What were you saying?
But to your point about about postcards, like there's better ways, right? And being able to talk to people naturally about those scenarios and putting that human touch and that human experience and relating to these agents makes you so much of a better public speaker, right? Like you relate to them. You understand the real world struggles that they're facing. You're not just
That's what my mentor said.
Tech guy out here going, hey, I got this new toy that all you guys need to play with. I don't know how you're going to use it, but I can tell you how it works.
Yeah.
Right.
And nobody wants to like really hear how something works. They want to see how it relates to them.
Right.
How you, the speaker, relates to somebody.
Right.
Yeah. I presented to someone with like a military guy in the room, and I actually brought my mentor with me on this next speech or this next training. And he literally brings up, my son is joining the military. And I was like, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
And then like after the fact, I was like, give me some feedback. He was like, that was really good, yada, yada, yada. But, see like how I related. I even brought up the military thing. And I was like, man, like I didn't, like what a time. He was like, yeah, because there was a military guy in the room. So it was just, you got to find people in the room and you got to relate to them.
Yeah.
And then always compliment. I was reading about this in one of the things I was looking into. Always compliment the folks in the room. So if you have someone in there that's, high producer, you compliment them. You call them that living legend. You call them, you point out their status and who they are. Because, people love compliments. And if you're like calling them out in a good way in front of everybody, now people are like, oh yeah, I hope I'm next, and they're waiting to pay attention. So.
Yeah, one of the biggest events that I spoke at was it was a training on a product, a real estate CRM. I'm not going to say any names due to confidentiality purposes, but it was about 500 agents. And that was one of the things that I used to love to do. I called it my crowd play, right? Like I'm not a comedian. I'm not that funny of a guy. I mean, I might look funny, but I'm not that funny. But I would pick people out, and I would say, as you're talking, you're like, so Gary, have you even logged into the system? And you'd put them on the spot, and most of these agents look like a deer in a headlight, like, oh, he called me. What do I say? How do I respond? But as you're going through this, it's like basically bridging that gap and creating that relationship between experience and how people are going to use this product, right? And ultimately it boils down to agents and realtors and just in every industry when you're selling software, they want to know how they're going to make money with it.
Yeah.
Like show me that value proposition that is going to just blow my mind and help me make $1 million this year.
Yeah.
And the closer you can inch them to that and show them that and peel back that curtain to show them how they're going to do it with, the more bought in they are.
One thing I learned was that, especially being in title for 2 years, is that realtors are traumatized by the constant offering of knowledge and value and free. And there's just so many things out there. It's like, this is going to grow your business. You know, this coaching session is going to make you $1 million. This is blah, 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 blah. This is free. And after a month, the energy dies down. The value isn't really as it was. It's not really getting better, and it's not actually free.
Yeah.
So what's the incentive? So like as me with someone that actually has something free that I'm trying to bring to people, I'm getting like the nope, don't want to hear it. Need to wait till someone I know is using this to tell me that this is worth using. And it's understandable. I'm not mad at that. I totally get it. Like I made really good friends when I was in title.
Yeah.
That didn't necessarily work with me, and that's okay. You know, I try to give people grace in that regard, and I feel like that's really important in business.
Yeah. So I had built back in 2015 a geo farming product that I sold to a software company. And they said, train my salespeople how to sell this. I said, I can't. And they said, well, why couldn't you train my salespeople to sell this? I said, because they don't have the same emotion and the same knowledge and experience in the real estate industry to have that human connection to these realtors. Realtors like to be sold. They don't like to be sold. They look at products in the essence of like real world practice. And if you can't create that relationship and marry that gap, you'll never sell that product.
Marry that gap.
You got to marry that gap.
Marry that gap.
But on that same topic and conversation, where do you think we're going with AI? Do you think AI is going to take over and maybe replace lenders or loan officers, title and escrow?
Be some real gap marrying going on there.
I read an article that said by like 2029, AI could replace real estate marketers. So a lot of these products that you see on the market could be replaced, or a lot of these, products that you might go buy to like your Zillow, right? You go pay Zillow X amount of dollars every month to be the top agent in 78232. Some of these could be getting replaced by AI.
I wonder what that looks like.
So funny that you say that, because I've actually drawn this out on a board.
What a nerd.
At home. I'm super nerd. I like to stay on top of trending events. I mean, I've built software products and shipped them and sold them and done some pretty fun stuff with them and made an amazing, career and living out of it. But I think that most of the entire real estate transaction process, and I'm going to get a lot of criticism on this statement, but a lot of the real estate transaction process could be completely automated with the power of AI.
Maybe so.
And I say that because
that would monopolize the real estate market.
When you think about it, the only thing that cannot be automated is the physical showing of a property. But with Oculus and some of these other technologies out there on the market, we could start seeing more virtual tours pop up where, hey, come to my, go to this office, go to Best Buy and put the Oculus on, and you can do a demo and tour homes from inside of, Best Buy or whatever it might be. There might be
just go to a website and then go to the virtual tour.
You got your Oculus in your living room. You're going to be doing your shopping from your living room.
Yeah.
And do you like this home? Yes. Would you like to write an offer? Everything from that point can be completely automated.
Well, then how else am I going to do karaoke at an open house?
Can't.
I'm not going to do it on my Oculus.
You could be standing in the corner of the virtual tour singing karaoke.
Damn. That's fair.
It's a valid statement.
Man.
And I'm going to get a lot of hate from agents. I'm an agent. I don't want it to happen. But
I don't want it to happen.
It could happen.
Yeah.
Like theoretically, AI could get to that point where it physically replaces humans in specific roles.
Well,
now,
let's hope that we take care of the IRS first. right? We make sure that we get through some things there, you know.
Wouldn't it be wild
With the
though,
American Medical Association, let's kind of get through those things.
for the IRS to be replaced with AI? I mean, it probably already partially is.
I mean, into it, bro. Like, have you used TurboTax?
I don't use. Well, I used to use TurboTax, but I've leveled up, bro. I got a CPA.
Word. Dang, you're grown.
We have that money flow coming in to where
Okay.
we need to know, like, hey, are we doing right?
I feel you. Let me get them digits.
Are we doing right or wrong?
Yeah, hit me with that number.
Because TurboTax, I mean, they've done great. They've protected me throughout the last couple of years, but we got some big years, some lofty goals, as I like to call them, for 2025.
You got to be prepared for that.
So we got to be super prepared.
Yeah.
But I mean,
How to legally avoid taxes.
and it's not just real. That Donald, that
DJT method. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? My man.
My man.
I was editing a clip the other day, and I was like, "Oh man, I was
Throw
trying
that
to
Denzel
find,
in there.
I was trying to find Denzel for the clip, but I couldn't find it."
I get mine from the Will Smith. You're like, no, me.
Yeah,
you know me.
Nah, man.
You're way off. You're better at the Denzel.
I can't
You
do
be
the
Denzel. I'll be Will.
I'm like the dude from Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. What's that guy's name? Not Zach,
Adam
Levine or Divine?
Adam Devine.
Adam Devine.
Love that guy.
That dude is hysterical.
I wish we could get Adam Devine as a guest.
When my wife is like, "Hey, let's watch Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates,"
I watch anything Adam Devine.
I'm like, "How big of queso dip do you want, and how big of a bag of chips?"
yeah,
do you
bro.
want?
Adam Devine. I could go on an Adam Devine marathon.
Dude, he is hysterical.
Yeah, he's actually a talented singer.
Did
you know that?
I knew he sang.
Like I thought it was just like auto-tune when he was in Pitch Perfect, but no, he's actually like a singer.
That's gnarly.
Yeah, it's cool.
What if there was an AI Adam Devine though? There probably already is.
Now you're doing too much.
But
So you hear about Gene Hackman?
Oh man.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
You know, there's some
Pimp C.
suspicious circumstances are surrounding Gene Hackman's
It was him, his wife, and his
wife
dog in New Mexico.
and his dog. You know who kills dogs?
Epstein.
The Illuminati.
What do they do? Sacrifice him? Are you ready for conspiracy minute?
I'm ready to go.
Are you ready?
to go. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say it, but I digress.
Yeah, bro. Like, how do they like? What's the situation?
Well, I'm still.
Of course, it's a likely cause of death was a gas leak or carbon monoxide poisoning. I mean, listen, if I sold my soul and my contract was ending and I had an option, right, I'd be like, yeah, I'll do carbon monoxide.
That'd be wild, though. You and your wife. So do you just take everybody because you don't want to have them suffer or be sought out for?
Maybe there's like a multiple choice where they're like, hey, all right, your contract's ending. It's time for you to die. Like, you can do the painful one. Or the less painful, you just got to go with your dog and your wife.
You know what's even more wild is they come in pairs. Like you had Gene Hackman. You had, I think her name's Megan Tack something. She's from Eurotrip. She gossiped.
Oh, yeah. That's so true. Yeah.
And I guess they're saying it was like she had a liver transplant like recently. Like, oh, okay. Like that's random.
39 is mad young.
39 for a liver transplant is mad young unless you're on that alky and drink heavy or have some other issues and
Yeah,
complications.
meds are crazy.
But it's just gnarly how it comes in pairs.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it really does. You can actually add that up, and it actually is a thing. You can go way back.
It's true.
Yep. I think somebody else died during Heath Ledger thing.
Like you had Bob Saget and who was the other one? Bob Saget and then Michael from I forget his name. He's from Friends. Matthew Perry. He was like shortly after Bob Saget.
Yep. Yeah, dude, it's wild.
And now they're coming out and saying that Matthew Perry, leading up into like his last days here on Earth, had like 27 ketamine doses.
What?
Yeah, I mean, what's ketamine used for?
They actually have like
it's like a depression and
anxiety.
anxiety.
Like depression, anxiety. Yeah. You're coming down off Somalia, you pop a little Kets.
You pop a little Kets.
And you pop a little Kets and throw down a Bloody Mary, and you're freaking good to go.
Enough of conspiracy minute.
So I've heard.
So I've heard.
Yeah, never done it.
From real world experience.
Yeah, not me.
So the lock-in effect, why homeowners won't sell their home. I know this is a huge transition. Matthew Perry dies. They sold his home. Now new homeowners live in it.
Damn.
But
mad aggressive.
So as a real estate agent, it's
What's
crazy.
your interest rate?
What's your interest rate?
Yeah.
Mine is 3.69. 65. Yeah, 3.65.
Peasant.
You low credit score taker. You live on the bottom of the totem pole, you credit score abuser. Gary's like, mine's nothing.
Yeah, no, mine's I don't pay interest.
I still live rent free.
No, I'm on that 225, man. I got a shout out to Clay Burke. He's an experienced lender that's been in this industry for a while, man. He's a really nice guy, one of the nicest guys in the industry, honestly.
Disclaimer though, nobody's getting that interest rate.
Damn right.
now.
That's why I ain't selling that shit.
That's why you're locking in, and
I'm locked in.
You're locked in. You're hodl. You're like that the purring kitty.
Isn't
you remember the kitty?
Wait, stand by. Hold on. Wait. So, did you say hodl?
Hodl.
Hodl?
Hodl.
Like HAROL?
No, HODL. Hodl.
Hodl.
No, it's hodl.
It's hodl.
It's hodl.
Is it hodl or hodl?
It's hodl.
Is it hodl or hodl? It's hodl.
You got to comment.
Is it hodl?
Dom, is it hodl? I know you're not mic'd up.
I don't even know that word.
Hold on for dear life is what it stands for. It's a crypto reference. It's a trendy crypto reference for like if you buy in like GME, right? When you got into GME, they were like, don't sell hodl, right? Ape strong, hodl.
Hold the line.
Yeah.
You're like the roaring kitty.
Yeah.
The roaring kitty.
Hodl, all right? Hodl or hodl?
Hodl.
Take a poll.
Hodl.
Hodl.
That was the saying, and then you'd send like the gif from the Patriot of the guy like holding up the sword.
Yeah, the GME people referred to themselves as smooth brains.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, oh, ape strong, me no sell, me smooth brain. Hodl.
I made my wife watch that movie Smart Money or Dumb Money just recently. It's a good movie. Yeah. Some people have a hard time following because they don't understand the whole thing, right?
The cultural references.
The cultural references like ape strong, hodl, or hodl is G man would say over here.
G-Man, C-Man.
G-Man, C-Man. I was
you want to know my current Xbox gamer tag is?
What is it?
Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon.
What did you say?
Sailor Moon. Sailor. Hey, you got criticized for saying Whataburger.
Whataburger?
It's Whataburger.
It's Whataburger.
Is it water?
It's Whataburger.
Whataburger.
Gary, the GC man over here, got called out for being from California, bro.
They called me from California?
They called you from California.
Bitch, I'm from Poteet. Say it again.
Poteet, Texas.
I'll bring out the double wide on that ass.
That double
Shoot,
whammy.
parambital Nacogdoches. Say what?
So Gary gets called out on his short clip for calling it Whataburger.
Man, whatever. That's crazy.
And then Truckin' Andy has the audacity to say, Whataburger sucks. In-N-Out's better.
I'm pretty sure he sounded like, Whataburger sucks.
I'm going to go get my In-N-Out.
In-N-Out's better.
Make sure all the grease is pressed out of my burger. And I'll take double lettuce because I don't want to taste the meat.
You guys got a veggie burger?
You got a veggie burger? Have you... That voice reminds me of the drunk nights going through like the drive-through, and you and your homies are like,
gosh, bro.
pulling up. You got the one sober homie driving, and you pull up, and
y'all had a one sober homie.
You had the one sober homie, and everybody in the back seats yelling their order, and they're like, I'll take a double meat, double cheese with a large fry, and they're all back there just like straight up plastered.
Had to be there. Had to be there. But Gary, that's exactly how Dylan Fox on TikTok says that's exactly how you say it if you've lived in Texas your whole life. LOL, wink, wink. So is he saying that's how you say it?
No,
he's just mocking.
I don't know if he's being sarcastic.
Is he being sarcastic? Is the wink wink sarcastic, or is it
Dylan,
like, hey, you're in, you get it?
If you're still following the show, Dylan, comment down below. Was that a sarcastic comment? And then the one and only Gene, he said Whataburger. Ha 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 ha. That's how us locals say it. Marky's Mushies says it. Gnarly dude. Shout out to Mark for the it's Whataburger. I agree. It's Whataburger. I used to say Whataburger.
I don't know if I'm saying it differently than you. Whataburger.
I think Tara even said Whataburger.
What? Whataburger. Am I saying it right?
I think so. WHATABUGER.
Whataburger. Like what? What do you want from me?
Yeah, I know you. It's not Whataburger. It's Whataburger.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyway, they got the best patty melt on the planet, and they also have the best Monterey melt.
Nobody can touch that breakfast on a bun.
That breakfast on a bun,
Bro, I have left the Silver Fox on a Thursday night at 2 a.m, stopped at Whataburger, gotten 6 breakfast on a buns. As I mentioned, dipped it in country. Like I left the drive-thru, parked sideways, not in the actual park, sideways out of like 4 spots, and was just like dipping my Whataburger in country gravy and just munching that before I got home and my kids tore it up.
God, my son's a Whataburger fanatic.
Yeah.
I'm like, what you want to eat for dinner? Like, what do you want to eat for dinner? I want Whataburger. He even knows his order. I'll get the kids just a burger with cheese and pickles, no mustard. I'm like, my man. And he gets the fries with, and now he's ordering Sprite. So I'm like, oh shit, here we go.
You know, now my kid is fat shaming me because she's getting it from my mom.
I get you, lo, que flaco.
No, she don't do the little Hispanic thing.
No.
She just walks up and she's like, oh, there's my dada, my chunka. And she'll literally walk up and like do this with her hands and grab my belly.
Wait, so this is your daughter?
My 4-year-old.
Your 4-year-old does. Oh man.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, she like chirps me. It's
until you get to fat shame her when she's older. Just kidding.
I do it now so she doesn't get fat.
Don't put your kid down. You should lay off the cake. How'd that extra double patty taste? Got 10 more pounds.
Yeah, so the second half of her name is Bella, so I call her Chunkabella sometimes.
Chunkabella.
Yeah, she loves it.
That's a cute little name,
Yeah,
though.
she's cute.
It's adorable.
Yeah, there's a little, we just, and then Anna, my youngest, bro, she likes to fight me, bro. Like, I'm full on like punching her leg, like dead legging. She's like, yes, like,
More.
Yeah, give me red 40.
Give me that red 40. Dude,
Oh,
that
yeah,
red 40 turns some of these little kids into
Demons.
Like, demon childs.
Yeah.
They like get that red 40 right when they wake up. And
Do you
they're
remember
like,
those comments after the last time we talked about red 40?
Oh, yeah.
There's like, oh, it's crazy. It's conspiracy theories talking about red 40. There's no scientific data. I don't know why they sounded like Trump, but no scientific data to prove that red 40 is making kids crazy. I'm like, just like you can literally look it up on Google.
Or you could talk like RFK and say we're gonna ban
It's way
red
off.
40.
That is the worst
Dude,
RFK impression.
I do some terrible freaking
You're
impressions.
so bad. It's like
You
English
are
is
so
not your
bad.
first language.
English is not my first language. It's not.
Is it?
Se habla español.
Really? That was your first language?
No, not.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Dude, I was born
Hell
here
no.
in San Antonio,
Yeah.
Tejas.
Okay.
I wear that Texas flag on my chest.
Yeah. That Whataburger.
That Whataburger. Now I just need Whataburger to accept some cryptocurrencies or some digital currencies because I got a lot of it to share.
I had a weird conversation last night.
Yeah, about bricks.
No. We were talking, I was with 2 other married dudes, and we were talking about favorite positions
Oh, God.
with our wives.
Okay, your wives are there, so that makes
No, our wives were not there.
Oh, no, okay.
Yeah. So I highly, I'm not going to get into it, but I highly recommend it with your married friends. Share favorite positions. You'll literally go on a rant for the next 45 minutes.
God, no, I don't even want to think about it. I was just asking you if you knew what a Blumpkin was. No, yes. Gary's like, yeah.
Yeah, no.
I know what a Blumpkin is.
Yeah, no. Honestly, my Dookies gross me the hell out. Like, there's never like, I love and respect women too much to want to ever put anyone through that.
Cue 2 girls in 1 cup.
All right, we're gonna
Dom put that up.
Clip that. We're clipping that. What's in that cup?
I don't know. What'd you put in here, dude? I left it here. Did you ever do that? Mess with your buddies when they'd leave shit laying around? Actually,
I was witness to my friends getting in serious trouble in high school. My junior year, I'm gonna name drop him. So Matt Caldwell.
Name shame.
Matt Caldwell. He was the cool dude because we're, at a Catholic private school and there's literally like one black dude in every class, right? So that was literally the thing, right? Like, so I'm not being racist. Those are the stats. Those are the stats.
They need to ban him.
Those are the stats. Sorry, you can look it up. 2005. But yeah, no. So like everybody loved Matt, and Matt was cool. Like Matt was funny. He would, like, you talk shit, roast and stuff like that. But like the thing about when you roast people, then you start like pranking, and then the pranking kind of gets mean. So we had reached a tier in the pranking where they gave him like a Gatorade bottle, and they were like, "Yo, dude," like I think it was Matt Cruz, Mark Macias, Derek Gonzalez, Kyle Jones. They all four, like, they're at lunch, right? And like they had, like, when we're dumbass kids, like, you can't hide anything when you think you're doing something wrong. And so like literally like everybody at the table was like, "What are they doing? What are they doing? Why are they acting so, like, 'cause they're normally so loud?" And like they gave him a Gatorade bottle, and you just see him like take the Gatorade bottle and he drinks it, and everybody starts laughing around him, and he just like spits it up, starts throwing up, and just like has to run out to go to the bathroom. So the story was he thought that they put liquor in the bottle. They all peed in the bottle.
Oh. It was a green Gatorade, wasn't it?
It was yellow.
No, yellow Gatorade.
Green Gatorade. All right. Speaking of Shrek 5, Shrek 5 is announced to release December 23rd, 2026. Have you guys seen? And wait, hold on. The film will see the return of Mike Myers as Shrek, Eddie Murphy. What a segue, by the way.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy is
I teed that up perfectly.
That's amazing.
Like a green light.
It's like we had this scripted, bro. Good job. Cameron Diaz is coming. Oh, Cameron is Fiona. What's up? With Zendaya. Whatever, guys. Joining the cast as their daughter.
Hey, donkey.
Oh, cool. Hey, donkey.
Get over here, donkey.
Teaser images and video. Oh gosh, dude.
So what is the, like, lay the script out, lay the land? What's it about? Does it give you a synopsis? Or
it's 2026. It's probably not even written yet.
Well, it needs to be written. How can you say, "Oh, Shrek 5's coming out," but we
it's
don't know what's gonna
2026, dog. That's like
that's next year.
That's like 15 months.
They should be shooting by now.
Okay, I guess. All right. I mean,
it's animated too, so AI could literally
it's animated. AI could literally make that movie.
Okay.
I want to talk about BRICS though. So I want to kind of segue.
Yeah. This is good.
So BRICS nations. This is an alliance formed by Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and they're pushing for a new global currency. If they succeed, the U.S. dollar could lose its status as the world's reserve currency.
Right. I mean, so I heard about this back in like 2012. And allegedly in 2006, this had been a CCP strategy to challenge the U.S. dollar. With that in mind, there have been folks in the U.S. who have considered basically teaming up with Canada, Mexico, South America,
right?
Prepping for that to make its own currency that rivals that. Let's be honest. It's all going towards the beast system, and there's going to be a globalized currency where everybody has to check in with their freaking IP address that's stamped to their forehead or their arm.
Yeah.
That's where it's going.
Like all those people are like, "Hey, check this out. I could pay with my wrist."
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
But it says if oil starts actually being traded in other currencies, the U.S. dollar could weaken. Like, we could lose a lot of value in the U.S. dollar.
I mean, Diddy's been trading baby oil for freaking years.
Let me get that Costco membership, dog. Go get that baby oil. No. So the concerns here are: would Bitcoin or gold become a new standard? Right. I mean, we're already seeing Bitcoin over 100K. Altcoins are starting to trend in the same way, but I think if anything, kind of what I forecast is it'll be your initial big three: your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, and your Litecoin. Right. Like Litecoin was probably one of them.
Love Litecoin.
Litecoin has always been a good one.
Loved Litecoin since 2017.
But everything is built off of those networks, right? Like everything's built off of Bitcoin.
We were sleeping on Ripple. Ripple was the first one that got tagged down with, or tagged. Sorry, I don't know why I'm saying that, but connected with Western Union back in like 2017.
XRP.
XRP Ripple. Like
XRP,
that's been a whole thing.
XLM, which was Stellar Lumens, also got tagged.
What they're saying is that Bitcoin is going to be like the store of value, right? Like the gold that's hanging in the vaults, right? Or whatever. And then Ripple, since it's got such mobility, like intercontinentally, then that's going to be that transaction that people might consider using as a global reserve.
Interesting.
Yeah, and like you could look it up right now. You can ask ChatGPT, what if, you know what? I'm going to do it right now.
Here we got ChatGPT.
Yeah,
right here.
So ask ChatGPT if XRP were to be used as the U.S. Reserve, how much could it be worth?
Let's find out. If XRP was to be used by the Federal Reserve, how much could
as
it
a
be
U.S. reserve?
Oh, as a U.S. reserve.
As a U.S. strategic reserve.
How much could it be worth? Or what would it be worth?
Should have just typed it.
No, I got it. It's AI, bro. Like, literally, it's done. If XRP were adopted by the Federal Reserve or used as a U.S. reserve currency, its value could skyrocket. But the exact price would depend on several key factors. One, market cap versus the reserve demand. XRP has a market cap around 30 to 40 billion right now. The total U.S. money supply is about 20 trillion. And if XRP were used for global liquidity and settlement, its market cap could expand into the trillions. Number two, if XRP became a U.S. reserve asset, the total amount of U.S. dollar reserves, 5 trillion. So it's currently 5 trillion in base money. Global foreign exchanges reserves, 12 to 14 trillion. And the percentage of global transactions settled in XRP. So if XRP captured even 10% of global reserves, its price could rise above $500 per coin. If it were the dominant settlement asset, prices could climb even higher. I want to see XRP go to the moon.
Yeah.
I want that.
That'd be nice.
That roaring kitty.
Yeah. I want to buy a Lambo.
That roaring kitty. So I got into.
Just kidding.
I got into Bitcoin back in like 2017.
You got some BTC?
Got some BTC.
How much BTC?
I don't want to talk about that.
Less than 1?
No.
More than 1?
Greater than 3.
Dang. Greater than 3, less than 4?
But I got into BTC when it was like 9,000.
Nice.
So, I mean, we're talking like 2016, 17 is when I got in. I think in 2015, it was still worth like only $800.
Yeah, exactly.
$900, somewhere around there. See, when I got into altcoins. Like there was like
I got altcoins too.
There was like a very small market for altcoins. So I remember one night. So my cousin, myself, and some buddies created a crypto trading. We used to stay up because we figured out the system. We'd buy in the morning in like foreign countries because everybody's selling off, and then we'd sell off like midday here, 4 or 5 o'clock in the U.S. because that's when everybody here started selling off because the markets, they never really closed, but everybody just kind of treated it like a stock market, right? Like
sounds like the SEC is about to get your ass.
No. And then we would wake up and we would trade at night. But anyway, it wasn't, and we weren't like trading. We were just literally buying and holding, but we were buying at discounts, right? Like we were watching when things would drop and when things would go. So one of the biggest coins that we had that we bought that we never really even got to sell was a coin called SafeX. And it was supposed to be the coin that created the Alibaba of the crypto world, right? It created this exchange, like this Temu.
Alibaba, the owner of Google?
The market, the exchange. Dollar.
Oh, way off.
You're,
Okay.
you're way out. So there's an
yeah.
Alibaba market basically that's like
Yeah.
the Team Use, all those other ones, and they create this exchange or this.
So wait, what's the thing that name? That's
this market?
Huh?
Do what?
What owns Google?
What owns Google?
Yeah. There's like, it's.
I forget.
I'm gonna use this thing that's right in front of me called a computer. Sorry, go ahead.
But SafeX was supposed to do that, and I remember watching the coin. So I had like 700,000 SafeX coins, and the guy had literally just posted to his Twitter. His name was Dan Dubek, something like that. I forget his full name, but he had posted to it that they were going to launch the marketplace. Like they were getting ready to bring this marketplace to the market, like to a live environment. And this was on Bittrex. So SafeX was on Bittrex at the time.
Did he unalive himself?
The one exchange. No, he's still alive.
Yep.
But it was on one of the exchanges. But I literally, so I had 700,000 of these SafeX coins that we bought for maybe $500-600. I watched it hit 96 cents in less than 24 hours. And Bittrex had the audacity to delist it and label it a security because they were paying dividends.
That's rough.
So I got a big fat bag of SafeX.
What are you using for your... Oh, should we even put that on the air?
What?
Like, what's your wallet choice?
Nah, I don't want to put that on there.
Yeah, I don't want to put it on the air either.
But most people are with like Coinbase wallet and
Yeah,
stuff
Coinbase
like that.
is probably the most reputable.
I will say if you want to kind of lock everything down, two-step authentication, two-factor, make sure you're going
Big
through
fan
all.
of Coinbase.
And for those Coinbase users out there, or if you haven't registered for Coinbase, be sure you save your secret codes. Don't
Save
lose
that secret code.
Save that.
Do not lose that, please. But also with Coinbase, there's a lot of spam emails that are going out, some phishing emails. Just know they're getting very clever about making it seem like the email is coming from Coinbase, and they're asking you to verify your account, and they're saying things like, your account will be deleted if you do not verify, blah, 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 blah. And if you do that, you click the link. So the way to find out whether or not it's actually from Coinbase or not, you click the from, that from address, and then it's probably going to say a weird sequence of numbers. If it doesn't actually say Coinbase in there, which it normally doesn't, and if not, just go into your app and make sure that you're good to go. It'll prompt you on your app if you need to do something. But there's a lot of phishing stuff going on that's trying to steal people's coins.
So last topic before we wrap it up here, while we're on the crypto craze right now.
I'm currently not wrapping up. I'm trying to have a son.
And on that note, you've been
Modelo and ADD is crazy.
Modelo and ADD. But so I mean, we're talking about cryptocurrency. What do you forecast, or what do you see like the effect of crypto in the real estate market? I mean, we're already starting to see some of these prop tech companies join in, and even fintech companies join into running things off of like the blockchain, right? Like Proppy, right? So it was founded in 2015. Proppy streamlines real estate transactions by automating processes and reducing bureaucracy through blockchain technology. Their platform enables property tokenization and offers a fully online transaction closing process, which enhances transparency and efficiency. There's also RealT, which allows investors to purchase fractional ownership of properties via cryptocurrency. I actually got into is a crypto thing. It's called Upland. You could buy digitized titles to properties through Upland. And
I had some meetings with some folks that were reaching out to title companies because they had built a software that you could essentially do real estate transactions through on the blockchain. And there's an entire record on that website to where, so there's people developing stuff that can make this actually be a thing.
That's going to be completely gnarly. But I mean, for those out there who don't understand what crypto can do, it's not all about like taking it as an actual digital token, but what they're doing is they're taking the creation and the structure of the blockchain to create this kind of like private, unhackable, untraceable sequence to create transactions secure, right?
Yeah, instantaneous.
And make them instantaneous.
I've done one international transfer, and I bought I think it's called a Tezo cold storage wallet, and I bought it from Europe, and it was literally one of the easiest transactions ever that I've done, like internationally. I just sent them a little bit of coin, and they sent the Tezo.
I
didn't have to transfer anything, turn dollars to euro, send it, like literally just transferred it to their wallet, and they sent it out to me.
You know how you know what that could do to like the closing process. So like right now you get through like getting your closing statements, getting all this stuff organized.
Because once it's sent, it's in the air,
right,
and then it's in its location, and then you get the confirmation.
Imagine having that, not having TRID anymore, like no more 3-day waiting period. Title and your lender could bounce
a check.
sheets
I've seen it.
and send it.
Yeah,
and
we
you'd
had a
be
guy
done
pretending
in-
to be from Dubai that pretended to buy a property, and it was a whole entire mess because, yeah, like there's just loopholes to this shit. There's just too much going on.
Yeah.
And so just to have that transfer of funds instantaneous like that.
Well, and the blockchain is so secure you can't track it. It was untraceable. I'm hearing now that there are some things that you could put like trackers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I believe there is.
But the idea was that like
They called it decentralized.
in order for it to make it to its location, it would basically use routers. Like it would go here, go here, go here, and it never really knew. Like there was nothing attached to those, like other than an ID.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing too. Like, if it's decentralized, how come people got in trouble for doing things on the black market?
Right.
Like, it's definitely it can be tracked.
Oh, I'm sure.
I don't have any.
Do we?
If anything, it's probably even more trackable.
Do we even know who the Bitcoin creator is? Because once everything started kind of going down,
Can I say that? I'm probably. Can't say
I don't know. You just got canceled. We just got canceled. Cut it. Wrap. We're done.
I do such a good accent. I love sushi.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And on that note, should we wrap it? You got anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think we covered it all this week. I mean, shout out to Tara. We miss old Tara Bear. She's got some big changes going on. Just some fun, exciting things on the horizon for her and her family. So we wish her the best. If she can make it out to one or two more of these, we'd love that. But Tara's was an awesome addition.
Yeah.
To the team. But moment of silence.
Say your prayers.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And on that note, you've been watching another episode of Truth Disorder. My name's Ernest.
My name's Gary.
GC man.
G-man, the C-man, Ernest.
My dyslexia is getting me. Gosh, that silly guy. Get over here, you ogre. And I'm out with the accents.
Later, donkeys.
Latest. See you later, donkey.